Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Krofcheck here, and I wanted to talk to you about the Precorder a little bit because that's what we started working on in class this week. So, you should all have been given one Precorder, and I want to show you how this is a little bit different from a recorder. A recorder is much bigger than a Precorder. And a recorder is really made for adult size hands, which is why we really don't use them in school. The recorder makes things a little bit more difficult. So the precorder is really nice because it's a little bit smaller. Your fingers can be closer together, and it has these nice little ridges and bumps that can help guide our fingers. So when we play the precorder, we want to make sure that our fingers are covering up those little ridges on the side. So that means that you want to take your left hand and put your left hand on top. Now your left hand is going to cover up those ridges, so now you can't see any ridges on this side. Then your right hand will cover up the ridges on the right side, and you'll use 3 fingers of your left hand and 4 fingers of your right hand. Now, on the back of the precorder is this nice little spot for your thumb to rest, and on the top of the precorder on the back is a nice little spot for your left hand thumb, and that's a really important hole, so you have to make sure that you're really covering that up when we need to cover it up. So the first thing I want to show you before we play is the different parts of the precorder. So we have the head or the mouthpiece, which on this precorder does come off, but really there's no reason for us to take those off. We can just leave them on. And then we have the body of the precorder, and then we have the foot of the precorder. So I'd like you to take your left hand and put that on top so that we're covering up those ridges and that we have a nice smooth side here that's open to us. Now, for now, we really don't need our right hand, so I like to just kind of put it down here and hold so that we don't drop it. And we're going to play our first note, which is B. So B only uses 2 fingers. The only 2 fingers that you need are your thumb on the back hole and your pointer finger on the top front hole. The thing is, you're going to really want to squeeze tight, because if you have any air leaking out of that hole, then it's not going to sound right and it's probably going to squeak. So I want to see that you are holding on really tight to those 2 holes there, and you're going to put it in your mouth, and it should sound like that. Now, I want you to remember, in class we talked about how it's really easy to blow really hard into the precorder, and that's not what we want to do because that will not sound great. So remember, we talked about putting your hand just in front of your face and blowing just a little bit so that you can barely feel that air. So if you're blowing, you really should barely feel anything. So it's the same thing when you play the precorder. You're going to blow just enough so that you make a sound, but if you blow too much, it's really going to squeak and it's not going to sound great, and your mom and dad are going to get mad at me for having you practice these at home. So you're going to put it up again, and we're going to play B. Now our first song that we've been learning is a song that uses B over and over and over again, and so you'll play B, 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 rest, B, 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 rest, B, 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 rest, B, 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 rest, and it will continue just like that the whole time. Now remember, really holding those holes tight is very important. If you start to get little circles on your fingers, that's a good thing because that means that you are holding it tight enough. So that's it for today for the precorder. That's what we've started learning this week in class. I'll post another video soon with some songs. Make sure you check our Google Classroom so that you can see your music. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.